Welcome back. NSIC football teams were some of the last to wrap up spring practice, including the two Sioux Falls schools. Friday night, with the sun on its way down, the Stars came out for USF. The Cougars' spring game pit the offense against the defense. And let's add another highlight reel catch to the playlist. Anthony Holmes, let's see that one again in slow motion. Uses the right hand to just haul it in from Noah Butler. Unreal grab. That's a theme in the spring game lately. But then later on in the drive, Butler would keep it himself on the read option for the short yard touchdown. He would make plenty of plays in this one. A few drives later, USF looking to shore up its running game with the graduation of Max Mickey. Here it's Winston Maxwell with the short touchdown between the tackles, looking to improve there. The Cougars not afraid of a little razzle-dazzle either. First and goal, Butler starts the reverse, ends up catching a touchdown pass from Darian Conrad. Butler's main competition for the starting QB job is from Mitch Martin, and Martin showing off some touch here. 51-yard pitch and catch with former Sioux Falls, Washington standout Ty Smith. Offense tops the defense 49-25. Here's what head coach John Anderson had to say after.
We moved the football, got some touchdowns. The defense got some stops. It's, you just hope for a good square game. That's what we had. Saw some guys compete. Saw some young guys come out and do some things. So we got out injury free. So everybody's a winner from that standpoint.
The Cougs kick off their 2018 regular season on August 30th at 6 p.m. when they take on Concordia St. Paul right here in Sioux Falls. Augustana's spring game was also offense versus defense. That was held Saturday afternoon under sunny skies, and it was the offense that was shining early. Kyle Sadler, the #1 QB throughout the spring, would end up being pretty impressive in this one. Early on, hooks up with Brett Shepley, 45 yards down the field, and that would set up first and goal. The Vikings would go hurry up on their very next play. Sadler with the fade to former Sioux Falls Lincoln standout Nickel Myers for the touchdown. That gave the offense a 15-6 lead. Myers showing he can be a weapon both near the goal and in open space right here. Takes the slant for 23 yards. He can do a little bit of everything for the Vikings. And then looking a little bit later in the drive, Augustana would want to show off their running game. Ryan Bradbury scampers 25 yards. He would get all the way down inside the 5-yard line, and that ends up setting up a field goal for the offense. But the defense would end up taking it over in the second half. First, it's Nate Meredith with the takedown in the backfield, much to the delight of head coach Jerry Olszewski. Defensive points were awarded for losses, and the Vikings had plenty of those. This time it's Andrew Henrich with the takedown. The defense would technically win this one, 37-27, but you know who really won? It was the fans, and that's because the game ended with an annual tradition at Augie. Linemen trying to field punts. Ben Kemp off the mitts. Jake Grimm tries to slide. Doesn't work. Bryce Woolman, he's tracking it, not even really close. But there were some successful attempts late. Dalton Fromm snags it, much to the delight of his teammates. And then a little bit later on, Paul Herbs even waves for the fair catch before his reception. A fun afternoon all around, and here's what Coach OJ had to say afterwards.
It's one of the best springs we've had, to be very honest with you, as far as playbook and the kids understanding and doing what they're asked to do, and effort was fantastic. Now it starts over in fall camp. We got a tough 4 games to start off with and get going, so I'm excited for this group. I think there's going to be some growing pains at times, but I think they're going to be a pretty good unit as far as athleticism and competitiveness.
Augie kicks off their 2018 regular season on Saturday, September 1st, as they travel to Fayette, Iowa to take on the Peacocks of Upper Iowa. Game time is set for 6 p.m. Coming up after the break, we'll switch gears to the dirt track and recap a weekend of racing from Jefferson, South Dakota. Stay right here.